Imagine not knowing if you'd ever see your mom, dad, brother, sister, wife, or husband, cousin, friend, anybody ever again, or waiting day in and day out for them to come back, or just to hear anything at all, even if you envisioned that they weren't alive anymore or something happened to them, just know the peace of mind to know what happened. In this culturally phenomenal movie, cinematically beautiful and very well acted movie, I'm Still Here dives into the Paiva family's struggle in Rio de Janeiro back in 1971. Director Walter Salles really did a great job capturing the emotions of this true story. Let's dive into this phenomenal film. What is up, everyone? Thank you so much for joining me for this video. Today I've got a very great movie review coming for you because this movie was so touching. It was gripping. It was amazing. It got me to laugh. It got me to feel love for these people. It got me to hate what these people went through, the tyranny that they dealt with, the strife that they dealt with. Idea behind not knowing what happens to your family, your loved ones, is crippling. It is mentally, physically, emotionally crippling to not know what happens to somebody. So the basic premise of this movie is following the true story of the Paiva family, specifically with Rubens Paiva and Eunice Paiva. So back in this time, 1971 in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, there was a lot of tyranny, a dictatorship, terrible rule, military presence everywhere within the country.
Seus documentos. Anda, anda!
Mas aqui, Rubens. Deputado Rubens Paiva.
And there was just systematic murder and torture and just absolute mayhem and chaos just for these innocent people to go through. It's insane to think that you are living your life and one day you can just have somebody come in your house with no papers at all, no true authority, and just be like, yeah, we need to take you, or we need to take them, and go for questioning, and you may never ever see them again. This movie really touched me because I love my family, I love other people, I have a love for things like this that talk on true issues and talk about family and what people go through. To see what the Paiva family dealt with, it's sad. It is so sad that people still to this day go through things like this that aren't even talked about. Fernanda Torres, who plays Eunice Paiva, and Celton Mello, who plays Rubens Paiva, they did a great job, especially Fernanda Torres. She sold and stole this movie to a T. This was just such a phenomenal movie to watch because, again, you get placed into this idea from the beginning, like, oh, you know, it's just like barbecuing with the family, going to the beach with the family, having dinner, having lunch, breakfast, you know, and just having a great time.
Vai ficar andando no carro daquele playboy, não?
Ô pai, eu achava que playboy era quem ficava bebendo uísque, fumando charuto o dia inteiro.
Sua mãe, mulher mais linda do mundo.
And then just trying to make it day to day, going to school, doing your normal everyday activities. And then, you know, you might see that your dad or your mom, whoever, you know, it's on the phone every now and then, having kind of secret meetings with some people and talking about various things, and you think, oh, it's work, you know, so let me not bother dad. To think that this man, Rubens Paiva, was just helping people get letters to their families to let them know what may or may not have happened to their loved ones that they haven't heard from, or trying to find a place of peace and safety for people, then to be called a terrorist or conspiring with terrorists. It's insane.
Deputado Rubens Paiva.
E eu já volto, filho.
It is absolutely insane, and this movie was so well done, so well shot, so well acted that you felt like you were in it with them. You find out that like over 20,000 people have been subjected to this crazy and systematic torture and killing, and then over 230 different locations. That is insane to me. The Brazilian government at that time did not give a crap about anyone but themselves. And even then, I don't even know, because how could you possibly even fathom to treat people this way? So throughout the film, one of the daughters, Veroca, moves to London for a little bit and tries to just live her life, and, you know, goes down Abbey Road and likes to see like the different music that she loves and all the records that she has. And throughout the entire time, Eunice is just here dealing with this. This just shows also true dedication and love and respect and perseverance and resilience from these people, especially Eunice. As I said earlier, Fernanda Torres really did a bang up job in this movie, because every time she was on the screen, which was the majority of the time, it's told kind of through her eyes mainly, but it still was just an amazing movie, because you really get the sense that, man, this woman, she's debilitated, you got taken to this facility and not necessarily tortured like other people did, but you heard people getting tortured. You heard some people saying murderers. It's crazy, because anybody would have gone crazy and psychotic in that place. She was there for a long time, and then your daughter gets taken in there and you have no idea what's happening. It is just so crazy to me, and I love this movie so much because it shows the true dastardly side of government sometimes. It shows you that these people didn't deserve this. Yeah, there might be some criminals, maybe, but overall, there was no need for this violence. There was no need to torture people and kill people for what? For just the sake of it? It's just crazy how these dictators just did whatever they wanted in all areas of the world. But within this movie, you just see how like anything can happen at any given moment, which is how life is. You could be having lunch and having a going away party, or just having dinner and drinks and a smoke with your friends, and somebody shows up and enters your house and tells you that you gotta come for questioning and you gotta go. It's insane. I might have mentioned it a little bit earlier, but I want to emphasize on the acting in this movie. The acting from everyone, including the parents, the kids, the friends, everybody, the bad guys in this movie, everybody's acting was just so on par and so on point. And Walter Salles really captured the true nature of this story with how he directed this film. I would have loved to be in the room talking about this movie and talking about the script and reading the true story of the Paiva family and being part of this production, because this was an amazing movie. And just to see the culture down there in Brazil, it made me dance, a little bit in my chair while I was watching and listening to the music. It made me laugh when they were laughing. Like, there were times where I got very emotional because you think about your own family, you think about yourself, and how if you saw your friend or your sibling or your parents or your lover taken and you have no idea where they're going, when they're coming back, how to contact them, you can't contact them, and to think that it took decades to get justice, and I'm not even talking about revenge, I'm talking about justice, just knowing what happens to your partner or your family. It took forever. And it is insane. That's not how things should be. And that these people didn't deserve to go through that. But this movie talks about the violence and showcases the violence and the systematic torture and the systematic killing and the unjust treatment of people. But you know what it also showcases? It also showcases true resilience and true love and true perseverance and just the genuine notion of, I will not rest until I have some sort of satisfaction, some sort of gratification, and some sort of knowledge as to what happened to whoever is involved. There's also an appearance from someone who is in Walter Salles' other work, which is called Central Station, which I need to check out, and as also an Oscar nominee for that movie, is Fernanda Montenegro. And it's crazy that she's involved in this too, because I guess I need to watch Central Station, because this movie really sold me. I'm probably going to rewatch this movie a lot more times, and hell, I'll admit it, this movie really got me. It is so good. I am going to recommend this to any and everybody. I was watching it and my girlfriend was doing her diamond painting and she's like, I really want to watch this. Like, you started it without me, but I want to watch this. And I'm going to show it to her too, because this movie deserves to be seen by any and everybody. I think everybody should watch this. This movie was released in Brazil back in 2024, and it should be released in the States here pretty soon, and I cannot wait for people to truly hop on and see this movie. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this review, and again, what an amazing film. So well done. Really captures what some of these people went through during their dictatorship time. There's obviously a lot of things we didn't see too, and you can just kind of imagine. And that's another thing about this movie, is it kind of painted a picture for you but didn't give you the whole picture, because you can just imagine what some of these people went through. And it kind of gives you the sense also, is like, let me put myself in their shoes. How would I react? Would I have been as resilient? Would I have persevered? Would I have been as calm in those situations? Would I have tried to escape? And it's crazy to envision that, because living our lives now, you can't really fathom that. But these people had to live through it. These people had to deal with it. And no matter if they tried to talk to somebody, guess what? They could have been taken too. And it is insane that people don't think about things like this, because it is so sad to think about that people have gone through this and they're still going through this. One of the many things that this movie showed me is that if you push hard enough, if at first you don't succeed, try again, and I guarantee you that you will. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it so you can get a notification anytime there's a new video. Thanks again for watching, guys. Until the next one.